Morning, people. Sean here. Just a quick update. We have got tomorrow. I'm going to be at the farmers market in Osoyoos. So yeah, come out, say hi, ask some questions, throw some eggs if that's your jam. On Tuesday the 8th, we have an all candidates forum going on in Keremeos. I hope the other people show up. You know, we've tried to do a couple of these and no one showed up. I don't blame them. I tried to do a video yesterday and I was unable to deliver the tone that I wanted. And I don't know, I was hopped up on coffee and feeling a little punchy. And I'm noticing a lot of that punchiness going along right now. And you know, I've been in this for a little while, this political thing for 6 years now, and I feel naive, right? It never ceases to surprise me, the people's capacity for self-deception. And you know, you're traveling through this election and we're listening to what we're being told, and the disconnect from reality, it astounds me. It astounds me. You know, we've got the NDP and their plan for action and how they're going to fix all these problems. And, you know, we've got the vision going forward and we're going to, we've got all these plans and we're going to fix this problem. We're going to fix this problem and fix this problem. It's like, okay, well, you've had almost a decade, right? And, you know, they lay it at John's feet. And it's like, well, this was the last Liberal government. You know, we inherited such a gong show from them that's, you know, it's taken us 8 years to get there. And it's like, well, the problems seem a lot worse under you. It boggles the mind. Everyone's like, oh, okay, well, this is the way forward. We're going to, you know, choose the people who brought us here. Right? And then you got the Greens. They're doubling down on all the craziest stuff, right? More drugs for everyone. We're going to include benzos. So for those of you who don't know, benzodiazepines, it's good that you don't, because this is not a good thing to, you know, it's insane. It's insane. And then, you know, out of the blue on Monday on Lies and Appropriation Day, John, you know, gets up, marches 400 meters to the left of the Green Party and states that we're going to give 20% of the province to 2% of the population because of the color of their skin. Like, how's that tracking with the base? Don't be afraid. This is how this whole thing works. Fear shuts down your capacity for higher thought, and it allows you to be manipulated. And that's what be not afraid. I wanted that to be my campaign slogan. People thought it was too Bible-y. I'm like, we could probably use a little more Bible at this point. The truth is, we live in an amazing province that is filled with talented people and a vast wealth of natural resources. We should have a sovereignty fund the size of Norway's. And the reason we don't is because we've been run by ideologues and useful idiots working for supranational entities and corporations, and have been strip mining the wealth from this province. Right? That's the truth. And you look at this, the social decay that we're seeing, and the homelessness, the addiction, and it's just like everyone's coming up with solutions. People treat pain, right? So if you break your arm, you're going to take painkillers. there's a lot of people with soul pain, and they treat it like that, right? And how could they not? You look at what's going on, and where we are. It's turning, right? And I'm an example of that, right? Like that. I got no business in politics. Like, really? And I was happy serving my country in the armed forces and serving it in the emergency department, right? And I recognized threats that I saw, and I articulated those threats in a public fashion, right? And there's a bunch of other people that started doing the same thing. And we have been fired from our professions. We have been slandered in the media. We've been kicked out of the political parties we joined to try to initiate changes that we see as necessary to move forward as a functioning society. We're inevitable. You know, I've got good news. We live in an awesome place filled with really, really good people that are waking up to the fact that they've been lied to about a litany of things. And, you know, while it's starting slowly here, you know, they're more advanced in other provinces and other jurisdictions around the world, but it's starting here. And in this election, for the first time in a long time, you have people that are offering to fight tooth and nail for you. You know, myself, Corinne Morey in Central Kootenay, Roger Harrington in Penticton, Summerland, Sherry Roy up in North Okanagan, Shuswap. We'll storm the beach for you. We've been doing it for free for the last 3 years. Right? We see what's going on. And I know a lot of you out there do too. And it's okay. We'll get there. We'll get there. This is happening. This is happening. And you look at all these ridiculous things, and they're holding the stick too tight, right? And it's revealing their character. It's showing us who they are. And this is just getting more and more obvious all the time. And I know I've been saying that for a while. It's just at what point this breaks and people realize it's like, oh, this is all ridiculous, and we just need to move on to the next thing. When that happens, I'm not sure. But it's going to happen because we're not going anywhere. I'm all in, right? I saw what the government did to people over the last 3 years. Before I was fired as a nurse, I held the hands of the peoples whose lives that their decisions destroyed, right? And they're going to do it again until we say no more. That's just, right? Has anything indicated anything otherwise to you? I'm excited. And I just want to let you know, in this sea of ridiculousness that we find ourselves in, other people see what you see, and we're going to change it. And I don't know, you know, like the majority of British Columbians don't even vote. I would encourage you, get off your couch for this one, right? It'll be good TV. You put a couple of us in there. One, we could be the balance of power and may actually, you know, increase the leverage of your riding when issues arise in the legislature about your riding, because we hold that balance of power. Two, it'll be good TV watching us take it to these hammerheads, right? And try to bring a little bit of accountability where none has seemed to existed for so long. And 3, it'll change the dialogue. We need to move forward. We need something better. Government's a cartel, right? And you put up with things from a cartel that, you'll put up with things as long as your quality of life is at an acceptable level. You're willing to overlook other things. And it's just like, well, we see the quality of life in this province rapidly decreasing. So at what point are we going to say, okay, we need to change the way things are being done, right? You have people standing up saying we need that change. Support them now, support them later. We're getting there eventually. So hang in there. This is getting a little silly. We got this. Anyways, I hope to see you out tomorrow in Osoyoos at the farmers market, and Tuesday, October 8th at the All Canada's Forum in Keremeos. God bless. Enjoy the show and hang in there. Hang in there. We got this. Later.